Hi everybody, welcome back. This will be my last fragrance review for 2018. After this I'll have my Scent of the Year video premiering on the channel. But my last review today is from the house of Comme de Garcons. This is Incense series Avignon. Now, back in 2002, Comme de Garcons released an incense series with a fragrance that represented a particular religion around the world, and it was named after, each fragrance was named after a city that was quite important or influential in that particular religious movement. So there is one for Islam, there is one for Orthodox Christianity, there is one for Shintoism and Buddhism, there is one for Hinduism, and this one here for the Catholics was named Avignon after the famous French city. So right off the bat, I'm going to get straight into the review of this scent. What I will say first of all is that I think if you do not like, in particular, the note of frankincense, I'm not sure if you're going to like it, because this is basically a frankincense dominated fragrance. Okay, so I'm going to spray some on, describe the opening to you. Okay, so I get a lot of frankincense in the opening, or olibanum as it's sometimes referred to. Before I get into describing, I want to say that I've read a lot of reviews on this fragrance where people, particularly Catholic people raised Catholic, mention how it immediately reminds them of the church they attended when they were growing up, or just basically Catholic churches in general. I was raised as a Catholic, but I'm not a practicing Catholic. I don't go to church, and this scent in no way really reminds me of any of the churches that I went to. So I'm glad that I don't have that association. What I do get in the opening is this just gorgeous, cool, and I want to stress it's a cool note. It's like this cool, smoky frankincense with a bit of sweetness from labdanum, which is a main ingredient in a lot of amber accords. There's nothing really ambery about this at all. There's nothing warm like an amber would give you. The immediate impression I get is of cool air, thick with smoke, incense, that sweetness of the frankincense and labdanum, and just this feeling of space, high walls, high ceilings. It gives you, it's quite remarkable how it just immediately transports you to a place. What I love about this fragrance is that that's what it does. And having said that, it means that it's a really hard fragrance to pick a time and place or occasion for. I wouldn't say it's the most versatile fragrance. This is really for me very much a mood fragrance. It's either one that I wear when I'm in a particular mood, or one that I wear when I want to feel still and centered and feel at peace a little bit. So I get that connotation. There is that connotation with, I guess for a lot of people that's what church is about, what religion is about, and for me it gives me that. Now as this develops, I will say it is a fairly linear fragrance, and as it moves in towards the base, the frankincense kind of remains all the way, but then I get this nice combination of like this almost minty patchouli coming through with a cedar note that underpins the whole thing. And so you do get this impression of old wooden structures. Okay, I'm probably creating imagery in my mind because I know what the background of the scent is, but nonetheless the fragrance is letting me do that. And the cedar, I'm gonna put my myself on my neck on the line here a bit, but I'm pretty sure this is an Atlas cedar that's being used here, because it kind of has that ready sharpness about it that you don't get with Virginian cedar, like a cedar you might find in Diptych's Tam Dao. And it just all works really well together. So everything, all the notes and the chords work really well together. It is fairly linear, but it is a scent that you don't get bored of or you tire of. But like I said, you do need to like frankincense. Now there's other notes here in this fragrance that I don't really pick up much at all. You do get the occasional like spicy notes in there, like they're just all blended really well with the frankincense and cedar and the labdanum. They're the main notes that I pick up. Now this was created by Bertrand Duchefort, who, as I've mentioned in other videos, is pretty much my favorite perfumer, and in his hands, notes of like incense, frankincense, those type of lovely smoky resinous notes are always treated beautifully, and it's no exception in this case. Performance with this on my skin is great. Now I get at least 8 hours longevity on my skin, and even today when I wore it, I had a shower and you know, changed to a different scent, but I could still pick up traces of Avignon that I'd sprayed on my arm afterwards. And it projects well enough for you to smell it coming up through your clothes. I don't know if it's a huge projector in terms of to other people in your space, but it's nice enough that it just leaves this kind of halo of beautiful smoky incense around you for the whole day. It's like this cooling incense. It doesn't work great in warm weather. It's more of a cold weather scent, and that's where it's at its best. So, having said all that, if you like it, I like the House of Comme de Garcons. These aren't too expensive. They are 50ml bottles, but I have no regrets about purchasing them. This one, and it makes me want to try all the other fragrances in the Incense series. I know I tested Kyoto once, and I really liked that. So that's my review of Comme de Garcons Incense series Avignon. Have a great new year, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye.